Welcome to Smashing Game Time. We are three brothers that talk about gaming's back catalog of yesteryear. I am your host, Nick. Right below me is my brother, Josh.
I was waiting for like a Josh, say hello to the folks.
You know what you're doing by now. You don't need me to do that.
I mean, you apparently hold our hands all the way through everything, so I'm looking at Daddy to hold my hand while we cross the street.
I got you, son. Don't you dare chew that chip on the microphone. I see you. To my left is my other brother, Jake.
Hello. Yeah, that's me, the other brother.
See?
On the mic.
See, he's not eating. He didn't need... Oh, God. He's ASMRing. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm going to have to edit.
Oh, that is some good ASMR.
I'm going to have to edit all of this out.
Have you guys ever like sat there and listened to ASMR?
Ashamedly, yes.
Yeah, it's kind of tingling. It's kind of relaxing.
It depends. You know the sound for like movies, how like they'll get in a booth and like if it's the sound of a bone crunching, they're taking celery and like doing it. I'll watch videos like that because I think they're just really fun.
So am I weird? And yes, please judge me. The one that I saw that destroyed my Twitch algorithm and that I honestly keep going back to and I don't know why. It's the ones where they come up to like, they have the ear microphones and they, with their fingers.
Oh, God.
And then, of course, I'm thinking like, oh, this is friendly and everything. And all of a sudden, then they go, tongue deep into the ear. And I'm like, oh, okay.
All right, I'm out of here. Hey, everybody, this is Smashing Game Time. This is not an ASMR podcast. Not yet. Not until the algorithm. No, the algorithm won't get that, actually. We're not going to give in to the algorithm. We are back from Godiso. Everyone was hungover last week. I hope you enjoyed the week of Godiso. I hope you enjoyed the interview with Uwe Boll afterwards. We hope to get some more interviews. I've got some that I'm hoping that we can get lined up here if people's timelines lined up. We will see. Before we get into the meat and potato of the shows, as always, we are a Trident Network podcast. Go check out our siblings. They are amazing. We are everywhere that you get your podcast. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple. We're on Google. Go and watch or listen to us wherever you get your podcast. Fuck the algorithm. Tell a friend. Word of mouth is king with the bros here. Guys, I know we're all video gamed out from the last week, but what's everybody been up to?
Well, it says you can't give up video games. Dude. Video games has been like a huge thing in my life.
All right, Mr. One game on this list right here. It says you've been playing Teamfight Tactics. What's going on here?
Dude, so Teamfight Tactics, you got your updates, your patches. I've been playing a lot. I actually hit Master today. So yay. Yay, Master rank. Yay. And like these past 2 days, I've actually been playing against well-known pro players. And one I didn't do so well, but the other one I actually like placed higher. So it was kind of cool. If you guys ever heard of Skara. You guys know who Skara is? Yeah. I played against him, and I also played against Becca Tilts today.
And
so it's pretty fun.
Skara would have put you in your place.
Scar, I think he got third that game. I got sixth. So no, not really.
So what is the one below Master?
Diamond.
So what is the biggest difference you're noticing between being Diamond on the ladder and being Master on the ladder?
I don't know, to be honest. It's harder to get out of Diamond because you're going back and forth. Like I could go first 2 games and then go 8th and lose everything I just got from those last 2 games.
Are there anything from those 2 well-known players that you played that like make them stand out compared to the chum down in Diamond, if you will?
Well, Scar is well-known. He's in and out of... I don't know. He doesn't really play professionally. He plays for content. I think he used to play League of Legends professionally and not just for content. I mean, he's in the millions in followers.
But what does he do gameplay wise that makes him stand out? Besides, obviously,
I think it's just entertainment. He's a smart guy, but I don't know what he does differently. I don't really
probably
watch
he plays
him.
the game really religiously and actually does like research where Jake's just playing it and doing trial by error.
No, I actually do research.
Well, then
Do
what?
you spend
What does?
more time researching it and coming up with better builds and better builds? Really, that's basically it.
Well, maybe I'm wording my question weirdly, but like when I think of a player who's really good at StarCraft or an RTS, I'm like, oh well, this guy beat me because he has better APM, or this guy beat me because his micro or macro is better. What is so good about these players in Master that you're noticing now that you didn't see from players down in Diamond?
I mean, I just got to Master today, so I'm not 100% sure how to answer that one.
Okay, you need more time.
But yeah, for real. But from watching, I've been watching challengers play these like since the beginning of the set, and they just know when to level up, when to roll down, just when to hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else going on in the world of teamfight tactics?
I know a lot of people just got banned for bug exploits, but other than that,
Any big bugs that people were exploiting, especially you?
I don't exploit bugs. I was trying to figure out what bugs they were exploiting because I was kind of like, how'd that work? But there's one where there's an augment for a character named Set, where if he's like it hits a certain amount of health, he goes to the corner of the map and does sit-ups to gain health, and then comes back in the ring. Well, apparently there was a bug to where if you kept on using a magnetic remover on him, which is an item that you use to remove all the items off a champion, it resets his health, so he never dies.
Did someone use this against you?
No, I've never had anyone use any bug exploits against me, but I was trying to figure out like what it was because they didn't want to like say it out loud so other people would like test it. But yeah,
Jake was like, how do you do this cheat? Just for people who are interested, not me, obviously. I would never do that.
asking for a friend.
Does anybody know anything about some launch codes?
Launch codes?
Just trying to find the launch codes.
Naked pictures on the internet. Gross. Where? Where?
The crazy thing was that some guy posted on the internet that he was going to end his life because he got banned. Yeah.
Is he okay?
Oh yeah, and it was fake. Like he did not. Like people were like, "Oh, he's dead." You know, he really did, and then like it came out that no, he didn't. And
so
like,
it was a real tweet or a real message that he put out, but he didn't do it.
Yes.
He didn't die.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phew. Hey, teamfight tactics. Disaster averted. We got by. We escaped.
I mean, if you guys like ever want to like watch TFT just to be like entertained, the most entertaining guy is a guy named Soju. He gets like 20,000 viewers every time he streams, and he streams for like 10 to 20 hours, and he's sponsored by Cloud9, but he's the most entertaining because chat really like roasts him every day, but he's like really good. He's always like top 5.
Well, Jake, I didn't know a lot about teamfight tactics, but thank you for filling us in.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
Were you playing anything else, or just grinding out for Master?
Yeah, just grind out for Master.
All right. Well, hey, next time we're back here, I want to hear some more about these Masters you're fighting. Josh, you got a few games here.
Yeah, just a couple. Doing my daily grind for Star Rail, of course. Nothing new there. Final Fantasy 16 kind of slowed down a little bit because just had a bunch of reviews come in. I just did. Sorry, there's a little fucking gnat flying around here. It's pissing me off.
It's trying to get in on the ASMR fun.
Yeah, get out of here. Oh god, what did I just do? I just did a review. Actually, technically, I just did 2.
Oh, I know what you're
6
talking
Days
about.
of Fallujah. I did that. Really, honestly, one of the first games in a long time that. So normally I just say fuck it and go balls deep and learn the controls.
Go
on the go. I actually had to sit down and go into the boot camp or the training for it because by God, it was awful. Not so much complicated, but I went in thinking like, oh, there's going to be some, basic understanding. It's a military shooter. Like, come on, it shouldn't be that hard. No, it was pretty hard actually. It's a very like obviously based on real events and pretty hard.
Does it get pretty sketchy? Is it very like were you playing this like oh no?
So it starts out with the documentary playing, like the interviews from all the Marines, Navy, FBI, everybody basically who they interviewed to get like the data to basically like build this game. It opens with that, and I was like, okay, this is different, and I kind of like it. But then I got like 5 minutes into it, and like, okay, I just want to start playing. So I skipped it, went to playing, and right now they only have like it's their kind of like a squad mode where you're basically going in and completing certain objectives. Like where I was at, we were clearing out buildings full of insurrectionists, and then we had to also find any bombs and disarm them.
This is early access, right?
Yes.
Does it feel early accessy? Does it feel like this is kind of janky? This part of the game needs work, or this feature's missing?
There's definitely some bugs in there. We were trying to spawn people in and respawn them in, and it wouldn't work.
This multiplayer.
Yeah. It's basically 4 versus AI.
Okay, so kind of like Operation Desert Storm from like the GameCube, PlayStation 2 era.
Yes, just think that, but with a little piece of history.
It's
pretty good.
Little piece of troubled history. So that review's up on Game Chronicles already.
It'll be up probably tomorrow, if not Thursday.
Okay, so by the time people hear this on Monday, it'll be up.
Correct.
Awesome. What else you got here?
Also have BattleBit Remastered. Been playing that a little bit more.
Oh, that is something we all got into in the middle of GOTY, which I thought was going to derail everything and make us restart everything, because that is the most fun I've had in a multiplayer shooter probably since we got into Rainbow Six like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, don't remind me.
That was so much fun. Hey, I'm dropping I'm Rook. I'm dropping these plates. And then running away and doing something like, what the fuck are you doing, Nick? But no, BattleBit. Go ahead and share with us about BattleBit, Josh.
Yeah, so essentially originally built in Roblox. Think Battlefield, but in the style of Roblox. And I would say is like more set up towards like not last gen, but the gen before that's Battlefields like Battlefield 3, Bad Company 2. So it's built more like those. So it's like the better era of Battlefield.
It's a fun game to watch on YouTube too. I watched a few videos of someone else playing and I watched someone go onto a rooftop and mow down like 4 guys and it's like rapid like he was running down this roof just gunning guys down, and it was really entertaining. I was like, I could watch people play this game all day.
I mean, just the 127 versus 127. And don't even get me started on the fact that I don't think there's been a single game where a server has shitted out on me. The servers have been fantastic.
Knock on wood. God damn it.
I'm gonna
curse it.
It hurts knowing that a group of like 3 or 4 guys can come in, basically say fuck you to AAA companies who struggle to even do half of that. And yeah, I understand, yes, the infrastructure is different, and yes, their games might be more demanding. But the fact that 4 guys basically said, yeah, we're gonna fucking build something in Roblox and make it better and give us this.
You know what the difference is? The BattleBit guys didn't have executives breathing down their necks telling them, no, this is what the players need.
Yeah, fuck your stockholders.
The players need a Snoop Dogg. Well, I kind of want a Snoop Dogg skin. The players need a rainbow gun skin. Oh, I kind of want a rainbow gun skin. God damn it.
You're the problem, Nick. You're the problem.
I'm the problem.
You're the problem, man.
Yeah, that's
I've enjoyed playing with you guys. I don't enjoy the 127 v 127. I think it's too much. And I think
it's just because you suck.
Yeah, I do suck. But I also think some of the maps are a little too big. Just a little too big.
So I can agree to that, just because it feels like in some maps you have to get a vehicle, like just to even get to a spot before it gets taken, or otherwise it takes you like 3 or 4 minutes to run there. But the maps, like the city ones where it's all buildings, I actually enjoy those ones because they feel just right.
Well, and I just feel like when I respawn in the middle of somewhere and direction wise, I'm like, okay, are the bad guys over here? I have no idea. There's no mini map. Like having some kind of mini map, I feel like would help.
And they might add something eventually, even if it's not. I don't even need to see like placement of where everybody's at. I just want to see where the fuck I'm at.
Right. Hey, where am I? Because you can open the map and still be running, but it takes up like 3/4 of your screen.
Or my favorite, you're underground and you have no idea where the fuck you're at.
Oh, the underground is terrible. I don't know the names of the maps because they all have weird names, but
I mean, it's realistic. Let's face it. If you're in the underground, you don't know where the fuck you're going. You're gonna get lost. You're gonna keep running in circles till you find a place to get out.
right. I enjoy it. I think it's fun. I imagine we probably might sneak a game or two in after we're done here. We'll see.
Either that or some, maybe a certain game I just got.
Well, we can't talk about that yet, right, Josh? We can't.
Please hold.
Oh, he's checking. He's checking the NDA.
All it says is we can capture video, preview impressions. You are free to talk about your early impressions of the game leading up to the review embargo. No video or screen capture may be taken.
Okay, so we can talk about it. We can say that we're playing it.
Based on what I'm seeing here, yeah, it doesn't say we can't.
Or, go ahead. This is your baby, Josh. I'm just here for the ride.
I'm kind of scared too.
Just say it.
Remnant 2. Me and Nick are going to be playing it.
So that's the sequel. That's the sequel to the Gun Souls-like from a few years back. Remnant from the Ashes, I believe. They just were like, fuck the subtitles, we're adding a 2. And I remember that game playing really well, so I'm excited. I'm excited to play 2 with you, and also not have to write a review. That's all on you. That's all on you. I love it.
That's okay. I'm fine with that.
I'd be. There are some things I'm wondering how they pull off, but I won't. We won't get into it. We've got plenty of game to play before we can really start digging deep into the conversation on it. Speaking of my review of Dave the Diver, by the time you're hearing this is up, it's already up today. Easily one of the best games I played this year. That's why I brought it up at Goaty because I was playing a little bit of it for review during that, but didn't want to like, I don't know, have like the new kid on the block come in and have like the recency bias kind of just obliterate everything else. So that's why I didn't really fight for it too hard on stuff. That game's fun. The loop of going back and forth between diving in the ocean to catch the fish and then going and working at the sushi restaurant during the night. It's a lot of fun. They mix it up at the restaurant, giving you more things to do, like clean the tables off, pouring beer and tea, martinis, making, like doing some cuts, making some wasabi. Well, because if you run out, like some of your plates can't get made. The fishing, the fishing's fine. I feel like early on, because you can dive twice a day, and early on the dives are very short. You're in there for maybe 10, 15 minutes. But the further into the game you get, like dives end up starting to take like 30 minutes at a time. So you're down there for a while, grabbing a whole bunch of shit. There's a point, spoilers, there's a point where you find sea people, and in their village you can breathe. Like you don't have to worry about your breath running out. So that kind of creates more time for you down there. And then like you find other things to do, like seahorse races. You can gamble against a fishman and bet money. And I was down there gambling like a fucking degenerate. It's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Go check out the review over on Game Chronicles. Probably one of the best games I've reviewed this year, if I'm being honest. The Steam summer sale is going on. For those, it'll be over by the time you hear this. But I picked up a handful of games. 2 that I picked up were Sifu and Pizza Tower. Sifu is the martial arts game that came out, I want to say January 2022. It came out on Steam back in March, so it was on Epic Game Store exclusively for about a year and some change. It's a lot of fun. This is the game where if you get beat in a level, you age up. So like you have this chain that ages you up. If you die and your death count is 1, the next time you die, it doubles to 2. and after that it goes to 3. So every time you die, you're aging up. You start at 21 and you can age up all the way to 70. And so the older you get, I think the harder the game becomes, you have access to less unlocks. I'm only 2 levels in. Your father's killed by a gang that is led by one of his old students, and you're going to kill that gang one at a time. I'm on the 2nd level. It's a club. This music's really catchy. I'm enjoying my time with that. Gonna hopefully finish that soon. I don't see that taking me forever. It's a tough game. It's a really tough game because the bad guys don't do that video game thing where you're fighting one and the rest of them are like, all right, stay right here. Hold. All right, he's dead. You go. No, they're all attacking you at the same time. They're very vicious. I'm playing on normal, so I'm not playing like Powder Puff or hard or anything, but very challenging game. Pizza Tower. I'm really excited about Pizza Tower. This is the most 90s 2D platformer ass game ever. Reminds me of the All Real Monsters game. Reminds me of Booger Man. Reminds me of Earthworm Jim. You're just a pizza guy collecting little humanoid ingredients, destroying, like, you go through a level, you have to destroy this like giant like Easter Island egg head looking thing at the end, and then you have to race back out of the level as your score goes down, and you're basically trying to get a high score for each level. It's a lot of fun. I'm saying that about everything, but the running feels...
There's also a game theory on it. Shout out to Matt Pat. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, you mentioned this. I need to go check that out. But it was $9 on this sale, so I was like, I have to play Pizza Tower. Like, it looks so cool, and it's got that 90s humor. It's very weird. Again, I mean, I'm reminded of Ren and Stimpy. It's very... It feels like it's dark. It feels like it wants to get dark, but it's just holding it in. I've only played the first 2 levels, so we'll see how dark it gets. But yeah, that's what I'm playing. So yeah, Dave the Diver, Sifu, and Pizza Tower. Pretty good week of gaming over here. Guys, thank you for sharing what's been going on. I've probably going to try to play these games a little more. At the time of this recording, I'm planning a 3-year-old's party. So that is going to take top dog for a little bit. These 3, like, guys, can you believe I have a 3-year-old real quick before we move on?
Yes.
Yeah, your son is ruining my Saturday. I hope you know that.
Oh, you're coming over?
It's his birthday party.
Yeah, but you said he was ruining your life, so I didn't know if you were trying to blow us off. Like, oh, I'm sick.
I have to reschedule my therapy, so if I go on a murder spree, thank him.
Damn it, Gus. Hey, there will be Gus's, like, not my son Gus, but Gus's Pretzels from Gus's Pretzels.
Oh, yeah, Jackie wanted to try those. That'd be cool.
Yeah, we custom order. I had to call them yesterday. We get his name in big pretzels.
Are we gonna have like some good cheese from there too?
Yeah, we're gonna have some cheese. We're gonna have some mustard. It's gonna be pretty good.
All right, it might be worth killing those people later.
And we're gonna have some cupcakes too. Hey, you guys ready to do 2020 Q3?
We're knee deep in it. Let's do it.
Knee
deep,
balls deep.
Q3. All right, let's move on. July 17th, Ghost of Tsushima came out on PS4. That is a weird sentence. That feels like a lifetime ago now. This is from Sucker Punch. These were the same guys. These were the Thievius Raccoonus guys. These were the superhero game. Was that not Dishonored? What are those?
Infamous.
Those Infamous games. Was this Feudal Japan? This is Feudal Japan, right?
Yeah, Feudal Japan.
Third person. It's your third person Sony PlayStation game, everybody. You know, if you've seen one, you've kind of seen them all. They just have different coats of paint on them. This game looked beautiful, by the way. Is this video? Yeah. Is this video you picked out PS4? Oh no, it's 4K, so it's probably.
I think this is PS4 Pro. I think.
Jeez, that looked really good. They're already doing it. They've already optioned this for, I think, either a TV show or a movie.
I thought it was a TV show.
Which is crazy because isn't it just an homage to what are those films? I'm totally blanking on the samurai movies. The name escapes me, and if I try to pronounce it, I'm gonna butcher it.
It's heavily inspired by I can't think of samurai cinema that was like directed by
I know
Akira Kurosawa.
There it is. I knew Akira. I was trying to get the full name, but Yeah, it's very weird. It's kind of like Uncharted becoming a movie, but Uncharted ripped off Tomb Raider, which ripped off Indiana Jones. So it's just like, okay, we're going full circle. This game is beautiful though. The wind, I remember standing out. Don't they use? Isn't there like a gold bird you chase?
Yes.
Josh, you're the only one that's played this. You go ahead and take the reins. As this man hops on the horse, you also take the reins.
I mean, what is there? So honestly, it took the best aspects of what's the other one that came out the year before?
The other what?
The other samurai styled game, Sekiro. Yeah. So it took like the best parts of, and I'm not saying they copied because obviously this game has been in development since I think it was like 2014.
Well, Sekiro is a Souls-like. I don't think this isn't a Souls-like.
No,
right?
but I mean like so like it just made it about the same time the resurgence of it, but it basically it took that and it took a little bit of Far Cry and it took a little bit of I can't say Dark Souls because technically Sekiro is a Dark Souls, but I mean really it did something original, which we haven't seen at this point in 2020 Q3. We at this point we're in the COVID era, so we're getting to the point where games are either remakes or they've just been failing. I mean, we're getting into Battlefield 2042 era, which is awful. We're getting into Modern Warfare 2, which was awful. So the fact that we got something actually original that's beautifully done, yes, it did receive I call it the Skyrim treatment, where we did see the like the Ultimate Edition come out for the PS5 and I think it was PC, right?
I don't think it's on PC yet. They have been supporting it a lot on the back end. I think they added a multiplayer aspect, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, so they added the multiplayer mode, which is called Legends. Or is it Ghost of Tsushima? Is it Tsushima or just whatever? Tsushima Legends. In like it was like late 2020. So like I think it was like towards the end, like December.
Well, the fact that this didn't get delayed, I was surprised that this and The Last of Us 2 didn't get delayed because those were the two big heavy hitters coming from Sony. And it, looking at 2021, 2022, and then now 2023, Sony's kind of had a steady flow of their games come out. It doesn't feel like their pipeline's been interrupted but as on the other side, you got Microsoft, who's like all over the place. Yeah, they bought a dickload of people. Hey, we're a little foreshadowing there, but just the fact that this came out a month after another big Sony first-party game just kind of blows my mind. But I mean, I guess everyone's at home, so why not get those games out, get those numbers up? Because I mean, we saw all the numbers go back down once the I don't want to say COVID's over, but once everyone kind of pushed it to the side and was like, yeah, COVID, what was that?
Not only that, but think about this. At this point, of its release, we're only like a few months away from PS5 being released.
They hadn't even announced anything, right? Until September.
Well, so everybody knew something big was going to happen. We hadn't heard anything, and I think it was Xbox ended up showing something first, and then Sony was like, "Fuck, now we have to show it."
Well, because there weren't any prices either. Like they were sitting on those prices for forever.
There was still all those weird concept designs everybody was talking about, where they had the weird U-looking controller.
So I think Microsoft announced their price first, and then Sony came out and was like, "Oh fuck, $500 for this one." and I remember people like not being hip on the PS5 design at first, and then also kind of like, oh, this price point's hard to choke down right now. But I mean, honestly, console race is really stupid. Console wars are really dumb. I mean, you don't really see much difference between the two. But hey, I digress. We have 5 other games. Anything else about Ghost of Tsushima before we move on?
I think the sequel is due out in the next year or two.
Have they confirmed a sequel?
I thought there was like, I thought they said there was.
I just know that it's been optioned. I don't know I don't know.
I think it's still being rumored, maybe, but I heard something about it. But and then also, it's not a show; it's a film that's being adapted.
It's a film.
Yes.
Film.
Hey, up next, also out on July 17th, Paper Mario: The Origami King. This was, I want to say, the first Paper Mario since GameCube, right?
Yeah, because they had
No,
Paper
they
Mario
had
2.
it was the DS 3DS one.
Thousand Year Door was GameCube, though, right?
Yeah, that was GameCube.
And then they had it. What was the DS one called? Do you know off the top of your head?
It was remember the Superstar Saga one, where it was like more like an RPG. So yeah, it's more like that, but it was regular Mario and Paper Mario.
Oh yeah, you know what? Now that you mentioned it, I think I remember that. So for those who don't know, Paper Mario kind of stepped in and became Mario RPG for a little bit there, right?
Yeah, basically.
It's a little Paper Mario in a 3D world. This one, the focus was origami. I think wasn't the main bad guy in Origami Origami
basically, it was
King?
like an Oriental King or Origami King,
Yep.
literally in the title.
And these are fine. I've never really liked these games, but if you like it, you like it. You know.
It was definitely the weakest one of them all. I've played all of them. I still think Thousand Year Door is the best one.
That's the second.
This was
one.
okay. Yeah, it was the second one. So this one is like, it was just too easy, and it was like there wasn't anything. It didn't set itself apart where the rest of them did.
Oh, I really like so if you're watching video with us, he's beating up flowers and picking up the little paper pieces. It's giving me little Gator game vibes. Who is this person, Josh? Who's this person that just popped up in our video?
I have no idea. I didn't play the whole video. I just make sure that it looks good.
We don't have a new podcast, so get out of here, lady.
Block her out.
Do we have anything else on Paper Mario?
No.
No.
I mean, it's just a quick shout out because at this point we're going on the 35th anniversary of Mario.
Jesus. August 4th, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. Guys, I fucking love Fall Guys.
I
We have
remember
not
this
played it in a
came out. It was like what, $30, and
Yep.
then it became free later.
Epic,
Yeah, like a couple months later.
Epic bought those guys, and it got sucked into their free game rotation along with Rocket League and Fortnite and all that. This game was just stupid fun.
It's stupid fun. It's fun to play with friends. You know, just a lot of mini games. You know, just chill. The issue that this game had when it first released was that it was buggy.
Very buggy. The
And
servers
then
were
when they had their first like maintenance patch, like maybe a week after the game was out, the servers were down for like a week, and that really like caused people to refund the game.
Was this the free game on PlayStation Plus or something when it came out?
Yes.
Okay, I think that carried it a little bit out the gate. For those who don't know, Fall Guys is, think of the show Wipeout with like all of the inflatable like obstacle courses, but your little bean guys that can dress up like werewolves, like chickens, whatever furry fetish you have, you could probably dress up as it in Fall Guys here. A lot of fun, very stupid. A little game where you can. We're playing this video right now, and we have the sound off, but I can hear this video. I can.
Yeah, I can.
The sound when all these guys fall because they didn't make it. I think so Rocket League and Rocket League and Fortnite are really good about like integrating like things into each game. So like I think the other day I booted up Fortnite and I got like some add-on for Rocket League, and I think this is also in that rotation. I think
It is.
there was like a Fall Guys cosmetic item in Fortnite a few months ago or a few seasons ago. I will say Fall Guys, the team-based games like the tail grabs, the jump through the hoops suck so bad. And like Jake said, this game had its issues at the gate. One I remember in particularly was that you just got a lot of shit games.
Mm-hmm.
And now they fixed that. They you can play on a server that doesn't do team games. They've added a lot more obstacle courses. I think there were only 3, 4, or 5.
When it first came in, there was like 6.
Was it 6? So this one that we're watching right now, where there's fake doors and real doors you can jump through. Do you consider this an obstacle course?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So there's the one with the ooze coming up that if you hit the ooze, you're out. There's
Turbine
one. There's the one where it has the spinny things at the beginning. 4. The last one with the crown, that's 5.
The cylinder one.
Cylinder one, okay. So yeah, 6 out the gate, but they have way more now. It's crazy. I played a few months ago, and like I don't think I played the same course twice. I played for about an hour or two, and it was like 3 or 4 rounds that we went through. So it was pretty crazy. No team games either, so that was fun. Guys, I think we're overdue for some Fall Guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think I need to install it.
We definitely need to get more than just us to play it, though. Like, it's so much more fun when you get a group of people to play it.
You can only have a party of 4, right?
Yeah, it's only a party of 4.
But I think you can join servers now, and you can have as many as you want.
Oh, you can get like your rec league
giant...
of people to play Fall Guys together.
Yeah,
I love that.
That's interesting.
Jake, you had something else you wanted to say?
I was saying, like, they even added like a bunch of cosmetics in the game from like other games. Like I know they had like Marvel characters in there, video game characters. Like I think you could play as Kratos. You know, like a little Kratos skin. So they're all over the place.
I remember the Assassin's Creed one that you had the cloak, but you also had, if you won, you did like the little celebration, and they had one where you were on a post and you jumped off of it into a haystack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that stuff was really good. Fall Guys is fun. Up next, a game near and dear to my heart. A game that honestly became my personality for a year and a half. I'm sorry, you guys, that happened. They didn't want it on this list, but I said, no, damn it, you add it. September 1st, Iron Harvest came out.
Let's get this straight right
we
now,
had
folks.
No choice.
There was no, we're going to add it. It was, guys, I worked really hard on Goaty, so I deserve it.
That was the argument. I didn't say it like that, though. You guys are embellishing. He sounded more whinier,
and there was a little more tears involved.
You guys are embellishing.
Pretty sure at one point a teat from Iron Harvest came out, and Nick suckled at the teat.
That's what I did. So this is an RTS from King Art Games. This is if you've played Company of Heroes or Company Heroes 2, it's that same system where your units are broken down into your guys are broken down into little units of guys. So like if you have a shotgunner, it's 5 shotgunners. If you have riflemen, it's 5 riflemen. But also, I've buried the lead. You have mechs, and it's World War One. A lot of like World War One, Great War history in here. The game we're watching here right now is Russia, obviously. This game, like, I don't know why. I'm bad at RTS, but I got into this. I think it's just the aesthetic. Let me click around. Like once the mechs start fighting, and it's all about positioning. Like I've watched other videos of people playing this where like they have like all their guys bunched up and they're all moving together, like they're playing StarCraft or something, or they're playing some other RTS, and it makes me cringe. It's like no, you need to position people over here, keep these people in cover. There's cover-based things with your guys. The mechs are just deadly to the infantry. 3v3 was very fun with this. This map in particular has a gun in the middle that you want to control, that you can shoot the other teams out of the middle. And it's all positioning. It's so much fun. I'm sad that the multiplayer is dead. It did not deserve to die as fast as it did. It did get a bunch of updates, got a lot of DLC. It got 2 pairs of DLC and a lot of updates. King Art Games is working on something else right now. I don't know if they would do another RTS, because it sounds like this didn't do the crazy numbers they wanted to, but it did feel like this got a lot more attention than they thought it would. And I think that stems from COVID partially, but also, they got some bad rep too, because they were a Kickstarter. They had a Kickstarter fund for raising the money for this game, and they took forever to get people their shit. But that seems to be a Kickstarter issue. That seems to be like across the board. Like whenever you promise physical goods in a Kickstarter, that always seems to be the biggest pain in the ass. That's why whenever I'm kickstarting something, like everything's got to be digital or I'm not fucking with it. That said, the only game I've kickstarted recently, and that was probably about 2 years ago now, is a free to play game that's still in beta. Look at me go. I'm a fucking idiot. Do you guys have anything you want to add about Iron Harvest?
Yeah, so it's just like every other RTS.
No, so this has a really good campaign as well. The campaigns are broken into this 3 separate countries. The DLC has there are 2 DLCs. One has 4 new missions that take place during the Russian Revolution. It came out it didn't come out fully finished due to COVID, but they never went back and finished some things that I thought they could have finished. And then Usonia, which was the American faction they added, also had 7 missions, and these are all great. They all played great. They had a few missions, like a stealth mission in the middle of the game that didn't work, but I would argue one of the better, most recent RTS campaigns. And did I forget to mention the hero characters you can play as? There's a little cyborg man you can play as. There's a guy on a horse. There's a girl with a bear. It's the Scythe board game that's right behind me. It's the same world, you guys. It's the same world. Same world.
Okay, this died. Let's go. Move on.
God damn, you guys hurt. Who hurt you guys? Hey, Iron Harvest, thank you for becoming my personality for a year and a half. I appreciate you. September 17th, Hades. I kind of got sucked into this one too. This is the roguelike from what is that? Supergiant Games. The guys who did Bastion, they did Pyre. I'm blanking on what the other one they did was. Is it Transistor? I think it's Transistor. You are the son of Hades. You're trying to escape hell. You've got 4 levels to go through. You've got 5 different weapons you can use. The build, you get favors from the gods every few levels that you beat, and it really determines your strengths going into the game. Really deep. This was a popular speedrunning game when it came out. For some reason, I thought I could do well in speedrunning it. That was a lie. I could not. I was a big fan of using the shield like you see this guy using. I was also a big fan. There's like a gun in here, and if you used a bunch of the Poseidon powers, it essentially turned it into a deadly water gun. Fun game, great art style. I can't believe they're making a sequel. I for sure thought Supergiant Games would have done something else. But I guess once you find that thing that everyone really, really likes and buys, you're like, oh yeah, we're doing another one. What the fuck are you talking about, Nick?
I mean, yeah, why wouldn't they?
And this had a lot of copycats recently. This had Death's Door came out. There are a few other, but Death's Door is like the one that like anytime I play it, I'm like, oh, this is just fucking Hades. You guys got anything on Hades, or am I the only one that's played it?
No, I played Hades. I own it on the Xbox. Hades was one of those games that, like, when it came out, it was popular everywhere. Everyone loved it. Everyone streamed it. It has, great combat. It has humor, sex appeal. I mean, it has everything. And it's just a very, like, fun game. It's not boring, And even when you die, like, you get stronger, whatever, and you like learn how to move on each time. So it's a really good game.
Josh, did you have anything you want to say about Hades?
Said it all.
All right, last but not least, this is the one Josh can talk about. I'll shut up. September 28th, Genshin Impact. Josh, take it away.
Yeah, so Genshin Impact was a little bit of a weird phenomenon. So we're coming right off, not right off, but everybody and their brother was still like forcing down your throat that Breath of the Wild was the best fucking game you could buy and still play at this time. Mm-hmm. And there was a little Chinese company that said, "You know what? I think we can capitalize on that." And so Genshin Impact was born. And I remember when it came out, one of our buddies was like, "Dude, you need to play it." And I downloaded it and I was like, "Damn, this is actually a lot of fun." It's for a gacha game. It's a lot of fun. Granted, though, it is a gacha game. Like, if you want to be the best you can be as quickly as possible, they're gonna have to sink some dough in there. And they actually have just recently released their latest patch, which I think is 4.3. So I'm not totally caught up on the story, but how the story begins is you're kind of like the hero of your realm. And what happens is you get a choice of, do you pick the male character or do you pick the female? You're essentially twins. And what happens is whichever one you don't pick, ends up being the who is captured at the end. So this deity like encases them and basically sends you to a different place, like to a whole new realm. So where you were basically like a god and a hero, you're now basically among an unknown world trying to, one, figure out what the heck happened, and two, find your twin, free them.
And you can play this on mobile. Like this came out mobile. This came out PS4.
Yep. I mean, literally every console except for, well, they may have released it on the Switch by now, but I know at one point it wasn't.
I don't think it's the Zelda stuff that people like this for. I think people are just horny for the anime characters, Josh.
I mean that's there too, but well, no, because it plays very similar to Breath of the Wild as far as like the stamina mechanic, the cooking mechanic. I mean, literally, if you were to like put these side by side with the other, when they each essentially first came out, you'd go, what's the difference? Other than art style and then a little bit of like gameplay.
I'd argue this looks better.
Well, I mean, everything looks better than Pokemon Legends of Arceus. Ooh. I still shudder at the thought when they're like, oh, well, just the Switch doesn't have the capacity to do it. It's like, dude, look at Breath of the Wild, a game that basically came out at launch. You cannot sit there and argue that the Switch cannot do it.
Yeah, the Switch went through a rough patch, and I think it's time for the next thing, Nintendo. Figure your shit out.
But even then, like, look at this game. This can play on your phone, which arguably a Switch is going to be more powerful. I'm not talking your phone now. I'm talking like the phone that was out at this time. So 2020s or what? The iPhone XR?
I guess, yeah. I'm sorry. I was distracted by the anime girl on the screen, Josh. I'm sorry.
Nick, you have 2 children and a wife. Calm down.
I know. I can't leave my family for an anime girl. Not again.
Yeah, but yeah. I would argue it's better than Breath of the Wild, and plus you get a party of 4. It's not like you're just stuck with a Link.
Yeah,
you pick the characters you want.
Silent ass Link who don't say shit, but and that's it.
Do I need to pull the?
I know what you're gonna say.
Oh fuck! What's the song called?
I know what you're gonna say.
The Song of Storms, where it's him screaming.
I know what you're gonna say, and the answer is no.
Da, da, da,
guys, anything else on Genshin Impact?
No, give it a try if you haven't. Just don't put money into it. It's a free game, guys.
Yeah, hey,
just don't put money into it.
When a game has a pity system, that's when you know, right, Jake?
I wouldn't know.
No. Like Josh won't admit that there's a pity system, but I know there's a pity system.
There's not a pity system.
There's a pity system. It's like,
know.
fuck, this guy spent $80. Okay, here you go.
Well, I don't know about that. I know a lot of games have something similar to where, like, if you haven't played in a while, you come back like, oh, welcome back.
Here's free pack.
You play, here's free pack. Play 7 days in a row, and you get all this. Like, Pokemon Unite has that.
I love it when games are like a mom who hasn't seen their kid in years. Like, oh my god, here's dinner. Here are these snacks. Please don't leave. Stay here, please. Please don't leave.
Parent, right?
Please. I've been a good mom.
God,
it's like we're living childhood memories all over again, guys.
Hey, that was I know I added a game there, and that was a little long. But you guys ready for the news?
Yeah.
Read all about it. Latest football scores. Morning paper. Morning Star. Paper, mister?
It's time for old news.
All right, Josh, take us through this.
All right. So, July 22nd, Microsoft's video game live streaming service Mixer is shut down after 4 years.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
Mixer.
You know what? Looking at like the state of Twitch right now. Yeah, I looking like in hindsight, looking back, it's like, yeah, that was the call, Microsoft. That was smart.
Just out of curiosity, have either one of you gone on to Kick?
Not
I started streaming on Kick.
I literally did it thinking because I hadn't seen anything on it other than like the few articles that I've read. So when I signed up, I'm like, it's fucking Twitch. It looks almost exactly like it. It's not even different. The only difference
Same
is I'm pretty
interface
sure the
and
first thing I
everything.
saw was Amarith half naked.
Oh, you can do that on Kick, but not on Twitch.
Yeah, Kick doesn't really have rules yet, but I'm sure like maybe in the future, because like Kick was developed by people who are like, oh, we don't like Twitch's rules. We're gonna do our own thing, and that's what happened. I mean, yeah, they're gonna have some things,
Oh,
general
they're gonna
rules.
get sued out the ass. They're gonna be like, okay, guys, you have to wear, at least majority of, like, you can't show like 80% of your skin. At least put a t-shirt
I
on.
mean,
I
they
think
just grabbed XQC from Twitch. They offered him $100 million.
Yeah.
Like they're doing something.
I think Twitch and Kick are kind of in the same boat as like all the Twitter and all the new social media is popping up trying to be the new Twitter. It's just everything is just the same. It's just Kick is just a reskin of Twitch. Threads and Blue Sky is just a reskin of Twitter. There's nothing new. There's nothing that's game changing.
There is something game changing about Threads and Kick. You know what the difference is?
Nudes.
There's not a billionaire asshole who's leading it.
Threads has Zuckerberg, billionaire asshole,
Yeah.
Josh.
Fuck.
Facebook
All right,
owns
well,
Instagram.
Well, fine. Kick's the only one who doesn't. Okay?
Josh, I want to live in your world where you forgot about Mark Zuckerberg for a few minutes there.
No, Josh,
I was trying to make a point.
all those guys that that own Kick are millionaires.
I said billionaires.
Oh,
not
whatever.
millionaires. There's a B,
Whatever.
Jake.
The only difference is the letter, Josh. They're still assholes.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah. Well, I
still
mean,
dickheads.
if you have 100 million to drop for one asshole, yeah, basically.
Yeah, they have enough money to pay. And you know what? You know what's going to happen? Kick is going to fold just like Mixer here. And everyone who left is going to go back to either Twitch or YouTube.
It's almost like history is repeating itself.
It's going to happen again.
So I moved over the Kick because not many people stream TFT, so I kind of wanted to like be the face of it. But also, there's rumors have it that Kick might be doing like some type of hourly pay for.
Have you seen what you have
streamers?
to do it? Or if they do it?
No.
You have to show feet.
Yes. No. So like you have to stream consistently. Like you have to do a certain amount of hours each week, and you have to stream like at least I think it's like 4 hours every day.
That's easy.
Every day.
That's
Stupid
disgusting.
easy.
I mean, for $16 an hour, let's face it, that's practically you can make that a full-time job.
Yeah.
Nick, you go, but think about it. Wouldn't you rather stay home making $16 an hour playing video games?
I would still need benefits.
Well, no, I agree. Well, if you only have to do 4 hours a minimum,
I would
guess
still
what?
need I
You
still need
you
health
get a job that
insurance.
does benefits during the day, and then you come back at night and you stream for 4 hours.
That's a lot. I stopped streaming because I preferred working on videos. Because videos, here's the thing about streaming, it goes away. It doesn't last. You know what else doesn't last? Snaps on Snapchat. And guess how Snapchat's doing? Does anyone know? I don't. But I assume
It's still relevant, though.
I assume it's still around. I assume it's not doing the numbers it used to.
No, definitely not. But it's still relevant enough that it sticks around.
Well, here's the thing. Here's my issue with streaming sites like Twitch and Kick. Stuff's only there for 2 weeks and it's gone, unless you clip it and save it, or you convert it over to YouTube or some other thing. Whereas if you make a video, you make a TikTok, it's forever. And I think that is going to be the thing going forward. Anything where something is leaving or something is just momentarily, that's also going to be momentarily. I mean, look at Twitter tried doing, what were they called? Fleets last year.
Yep.
And they were gone within a month or 2 months. Anyone who doesn't have anything that deletes things on the short term, they're not going to be doing it. Just based off of the assumption of those other things that have happened. Got more news for us, Josh? We could talk about this for hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's move on. August 13th, Epic Games released a version of Fortnite Battle Royale on iOS and Android that bypassed the store's payment systems, leading to both Apple and Google to delist the game immediately, with Epic further turning around the same day to file lawsuits challenging the monopolistic behavior of both stores.
So I love it.
Yeah,
I love it when the
that's-
corporations fight each other. But people were like rooting for Epic in this. Like Epic was their dad. And I was like, come on, guys.
I mean, I saw, like I said, at this point I played devil's advocate. I saw both sides, but at the same time I'm like, who the fuck cares?
Don't give me. Go ahead, Jake.
I'm gonna say I'm not sure if they're on Google anymore, but I know for a fact they're not on Apple.
Oh yeah, the
App
app
Store.
said fuck you and
Yeah.
kicked them out.
I look for it
Never
every few months, and I'm like, maybe it's back. Nope.
No.
So the only reason I root for Epic in this point is because the percentage because for those who don't know, Android and Apple take a percentage off of every purchase. So for example, let's say a Fortnite were following the rules and you bought a skin in Fortnite, but you're on like your iPhone doing it. Apple, I forget what the percentage cut is. Is it 30% or 40%?
Yeah, I think it's 35%.
It's kind of high. But what Epic did was went around this and were like, oh, we found a way where they don't get a piece of the pie. And Apple's like, no, fuck you. Fortnite's gone.
Wasn't it like instead of buying it through the app, you would go like to their website?
Yep. And I think this kind of plays into the thing that Epic got slapped on their hands later on. What were those called? The secret or what are they called? Not dark web. I'm really bad with words today. I blame Goaty. So, but no. So the only reason I cheer for Epic in this is because if Epic wins, that means all the little guys who are forced to use Apple as a storefront are keeping a little more change in their pocket.
Yep.
It's the only reason I cheer for Epic in that frame of things. What was it? I'm still trying to think of what the thing was called. But yeah, you know what? I think Epic ended up losing this, but this dragged on for a while.
Yeah. Moving on.
Actually, no, I think Epic won, and Apple was just like, well, you're still not gonna be part
I think
of our App Store.
If Epic won, I think Apple appealed it and won the appeal, if I remember correctly. There was something in the news about it recently. It was a long litigious thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. September 4th, Nintendo celebrated the 35th anniversary of Mario Brothers by announcing new games, re-released games, and merchandise.
Didn't they do the Mario 3-pack?
Yes, so that came out of this, and I actually have I have a sealed copy.
Can we? Is it nearby? Can we see it on camera?
Yeah, actually it's behind me. I can grab it real quick.
Yeah, go ahead and grab that. I want to take a look at that bad boy. It's crazy to me because I think they also did a limited number of digital copies of this, if I remember correctly. So just Nintendo doing what Nintendo does best, creating that scarcity that really actually isn't a thing. He said it was right there, and he's having to go dig through. Look at him. Let's just poke fun at him digging through these boxes back there. No, nope, it wasn't in that box. He has to go check another box off camera. Let's see if he comes back. Josh, did you find it? Nope, not in that box. Oh, here he is. I thought it was right there, Josh.
Sorry, Andy just got home.
Josh, I thought it was right there.
It was right behind me. It said Andy got home.
Gotcha. Damn, that looks good. Yeah, keep that sealed because you can't find that.
Trust me, I plan on it.
And Josh, didn't they don't sell it digitally anymore, right?
No.
Fucking Nintendo. Fucking
hell.
hell.
That's why I grabbed a physical copy and I said, yeah, I can play all three of these games that are on here on an emulator. I don't need to play it on the Switch. I just want it because I know it's going to be worth something in the future.
You can't say that.
He didn't say where we could get it.
Yeah. And even then,
that?
technically, I own them.
Technically what?
I own them. So I can do it. It's legal.
Moving on before Josh gets us into litigious troubles.
Yeah. Okay. So September 18th, Rayman and Beyond Good and Evil creator Michael Ansel announced he would be leaving from the video game industry to focus full-time on a wildlife sanctuary. Ansel stated via Instagram that his two upcoming projects, Beyond Good and Evil 2 and Wild, were in capable hands with his departure. Yeah.
Yes.
Neither of these have come out, right?
No. Beyond Good and Evil 2 keeps getting pushed back, and I think did Wild get canceled?
Beyond Good and Evil 2, didn't they had some kind of thing where like you're gonna create the game, and didn't they have like a celebrity come out and endorse that?
Yes, and then there was pushback from that, and they're like, okay, and then there was the okay, well now it's gonna be you guys create the story type deal, and
This game
It's
isn't
bad.
this game isn't coming out. Beyond Good
It's
and Evil.
not.
Hey, hot take. Ready? We're entering the hot take zone, guys. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is never coming out.
no, it's never.
It's not.
Nope.
Pour one out for Beyond Good and Evil 2. We hardly knew ye.
Well, I mean, hell, you guys ready for this? Because this is actually news to me. I didn't see this happen. Just this month, the game's creative director, Emile Morel, died suddenly at age 40.
That game ain't coming out, son.
That game ain't coming out.
That game ain't coming out. Rest in peace. That's sorry to hear that. Wow.
Yeah.
Josh,
Moving on.
save the show. Move on.
It only gets worse. September 21st, Xbox Game Studios and ZeniMax Media announced plans for Xbox Game Studios to acquire ZeniMax and its subsidiaries, Bethesda Game Studios, Arcane Studios, ID Software, Machine Games, and Tango Gameworks for $7.5 billion to be completed by the first half of 2021.
Crazy that we're
lot of
talking
money.
about this on the eve before they're probably going to get Activision. Like, I think tomorrow. So if you're listening to this on Monday, I think tomorrow is the last day for them to close on Activision, or Activision can back out and take like $1 billion with them. I hate that I just said $1 billion. Ugh.
Yeah, so the way we're going, Xbox or Microsoft in general probably needs to be stopped.
So I look at this. So this was now 3 years ago. So I look at this, and I don't know. I don't think Machine Games has put out a Wolfenstein. Bethesda's getting ready to put out Starfield. Arcane put out Deathloop. I don't think so. By the time they bought them, it had already put out Doom Eternal. So they're probably working either on a new Doom or I imagine a Quake. I'd love to see Quake come back. And then Tango Gameworks has put out. They put out that Ghost game, not Ghost Protocol. That's a Mission Impossible.
Ghostwire Tokyo.
They put out Ghostwire Tokyo, and then they put out Hi-Fi Rush. So really, the only
Machine Games actually did have a game come out. It was Quake: Dimension of the Machine.
Oh, okay. So they had like a little. That was a little like multiplayer thing, though, right?
Yeah.
So really, $7.5 billion, and how many earth-shattering games besides Redfall have come out? I forgot Redfall was also out of Arcane. I think Arcane's an A team and a B team, and like Josh said previously, B team's probably got the firing squad ready to go.
Yeah, no, they're definitely already lined up. They're blindfolded, lined up, and have their last cigarettes in their mouths.
Any last words? Why the fuck didn't we cancel this game?
Well, don't forget though, Arcane also did Deathloop at this point too. Like Deathloop came out in 2021.
Right, but I don't think Deathloop was like earth-shattering for them. In
No,
fact, I
it
think
wasn't
a lot
earth-shattering, but it did better than Redfall, and it did better than Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Josh, I think everything did better than Redfall.
Well, at this point, Redfall sets the bar pretty fucking low.
Websites are doing articles about like the 20 people that are still playing Redfall for some reason. They've got Stockholm syndrome. They're like, I enjoy the game.
Those
Having a good
20
time with
people
it.
who are still playing, they've already called 911. They put in a what do they call it? Not a courtesy call, but what's it called? A mental illness or a mental check.
Oh,
or whatever it's
wellness
called.
check.
Yeah, wellness check. They did a wellness check because those 20 people, there's clearly something going wrong, or they're just, being forced upon to play this game.
I bring all this up. I bring all these games up just to say, here we are 2 years in. It's only 2 years in, but look at everything that's come out. And you know what? You might be saying, well, hey, Nick, listen. All those games that have come out, they were already working on them before they were acquired. Which I say, yeah, but Redfall didn't have to come out.
And let's face it, at this point, Starfield comes out later this year.
Dude, I don't know about Starfield. I think Starfield, I don't know. I
I
think
don't know either.
if they open Starfield, if Starfield starts on a black screen and it boots up into Skyrim, I think that's the only thing that can save Starfield.
Dude, you know someone's gonna fucking do that too. I can see that it's gonna kick off again.
I'd buy it for the 20th time. Josh, what's this last sad one?
Oh yeah, okay. So I know I brought this up at one point this year. September 24th, Amazon announced they would launch a cloud gaming service, Luna. Games on the service would be offered via a channel-style subscription service with the company's own games and those from Ubisoft available at services launch in October.
Oh, Luna.
All you had to hear was, hey, Ubisoft thinks this is a good idea, and go like, oh, this will be dead in like 3 years. Hey, Ubisoft really likes Stadia, dead. Ubisoft is backing Luna, dead. Hey, Ubisoft really likes putting the Rabbids in a Mario game, kill them, murder them.
NFTs.
Ubisoft's like, hey, we think NFTs are a great idea, and everyone's like, no. We need Ubisoft to be like, hey, you guys really like this this Chat GPT thing and all this AI and all this, what is it, learned language algorithms or whatever.
Yep.
You guys like those? We should get into those. Dead. I'm okay with you. I'm okay with Ubisoft killing everything. Oh, you guys like pirate games? You guys really into that that Sea of Thieves? We got Skull and Bones here for you. Dead.
So, do you guys want to hear what here? So I clicked on their site, right?
Luna?
Go on.
Yes. Here is so there's 2 lists they're giving right now, and I want to read them off to you guys and tell me what you think. This is the first list is trending games. We've got Arkham Knight, Lego DC Supervillains, Sonic Mania Plus, Team Sonic Racing, and SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. And then editors picks, same thing, 5 games. We've got Assassin's Creed Origins, Sonic Colors Ultimate, Far Cry 6, Team Sonic Racing, and Dirt 5.
Okay, so this sounds like a service for kids and Ubisoft.
So are these like 12-year-olds? Like,
that's yeah. Ironically, the next game on the list is Saints Row the Third remastered.
That wasn't Ubisoft.
that
That
was-
wasn't Ubisoft. No.
yes, it
Yeah,
was.
that is.
No.
I think Saints Row is Ubisoft, right?
No, I don't believe it. Ubisoft was, well, I mean, not Ubisoft.
No,
Saints
Deep
Row-
Silver.
Deep Silver, but I think
Deep Silver published, and then DS Evolution and Squaresoft developed it.
and then one of them, whichever one of them got acquired by Embracer, because Embracer I think holds the rights now, because didn't they put out that new Saints Row reboot that
That
Shit.
fucking bombed. Yeah.
shit the bed and made Embracer like implode on itself a little bit there. Josh,
Yeah.
this is some fucking shitty news. Thank you.
Dude, it only gets worse from here.
Hey,
It's the beginning of COVID.
Hey, 2020 is going to be popping in Q4, let me tell you. Josh, thank you for gathering the bad news. We appreciate you. Jake, you got a meme for us?
Me.
Time.
Yeah, I got one. I'm surprised we don't like wear like face mask for these times. You know.
Oh, we should have. That would have been good.
Oh, we should have wore masks this whole... Oh, my God. Hey, let's do it for Q4.
All right, so the meme we got here, it's a Fall Guys meme, but it's like one of those, what it looks like and what it feels like. So what it looks like, it's nice and fun and all that stuff, but what Fall Guys really feels like is storming the beaches of Normandy.
Oh, and this honestly, this one probably hits to home more than anything. Because I mean, I don't know how you guys felt, but especially when we got down to the wire, when you kept hitting things and not able to actually physically get up and move again, it definitely felt like, oh fuck, get up.
Yeah, so especially this game in the picture. So this game in the picture, it's just one long conveyor belt, and they're shooting giant fruit at you to knock you off track. And this
It's
this
on a
was
slope too.
Yeah, and this one pissed me off more than any other game. Any other the like mini games within it. Jake, that's a good meme. I appreciate you.
Great meme.
Thanks for the meme. Hey man, thanks for the meme. So for the last segment, I wanted something a little lighter because we're still a little hungover here from Goaty Self, and being honest, I barely had time to like fix my hair before I put a headband on. So what I wanted to do for this last part is just ask everyone what they're doing for the rest of the summer. It is mid-July by the time this comes out. Summer, summer technically in the U.S. ends in September, but really, let's be honest, summer ends in August when everyone's like fully back to work. I work in education, so it's like, yeah, we're back in late August. Jake's always in school. Who fucking knows?
school.
Or I'm fucking with you. So basically, Josh, what do you? Is there a game? Are there games you want to knock out? I know you got reviews coming up, but anything else you want to do for yourself personally? What you got going on?
I just want to find some more free time for myself to be able to just relax and play games because it feels like this summer has just been go, 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 go. So find some time for myself and just relax.
I like that. Is there anything specifically you want to do for your relaxing time?
I need to catch up on my library. It seems like the more and more that comes out and the more that I review, the less. I mean, I thought by now I would have finished Final Fantasy 16. I would have played a little bit more of the Death Stranding since we said we were going to do that library book club thing that we haven't done. I've got Forspoken sitting over here still. After I said last week I was going to play it.
And you know what? I'm gonna alleviate you on the book club game stuff. I think we can pick up on the Death Stranding once we get caught up on the years. So once we get up to 2022, that's when we get into it. So you got a little bit of time before you have to worry about Death Stranding.
But I also got family vacation coming up soon and all that jazz.
Well, I hope you get that time for yourself and you get to play Forspoken.
Did I just move shit?
Did I just move shit with my mind?
Did I just move shit with my mind? I just moved shit with my mind.
Well, technically, it was me.
Technically, it was us. Oh, I do that now. I do that now. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know. I just need a good, fun, stupid thing to play to turn my brain off to.
I still shake my head at the fact that people were making fun of it. And it's like, okay, you tell what appears. I say appears because I don't know the story. What appears to be a 13-year-old girl, that is not going to act like that. Like, show me.
And there are cringier games that have done cringier things, but people give it a pass. Like that Rick and Morty gun game that came out had some issues, had some cringy dialogue.
Yeah, it did.
So, I mean, what people were talking about was that it wasn't like the dialogue. It wasn't like the people voice acting. It was the writing for it.
I heard multitudes of it from like multiple sides, but the writing. I mean,
Yeah.
Jake, Josh, is there anything else you want to do this summer?
No, that's it. Just relax.
Jacoby, what do you want to do?
Daddy. So we got a lot of things going on. I want to hit Challenger in TFT. That's a cool thing. I want to, get really into Kick, see where I can go from there. Because I don't think I've seen like any like Challenger players that speak English on there yet. So I'm trying to make my mark there. But I think we're talking about going on a float trip. I think I'm gonna go down to see Gus this weekend, so that it's still part of summer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, not much to be honest, because like summer's almost over. I go back to drill starting August of next month because they don't have drill in July, and I missed it in June because I was at a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Yeah, I think that's about it.
It's
nothing crazy.
It's funny you mentioned the summer's almost over because I'm one of those people that like once May's over, my head's like, summer's almost over. God damn. Here we go. It's June. Summer's almost over, even though it's just beginning. I don't know. It's something that's wrong with my brain. What do I want to do? There's a handful of things I want to do. So Gus's birthday is obviously number one in my book right now. I'm going to celebrate him. Going to spend some more time with the kids. I've been working from home. Been working really hard on this podcast at work. Not this podcast at work, but the podcast I do for work at work. So I've been working on that, but want to spend a little more time with them. So I'm going to work a little extra tomorrow so I can take off early on Friday and go to the playground with them. Want to get my blog back up and going. It was a What We Do in the Shadows blog, reviewing episodes. But now I think I'm just going to do game stuff on there and some other stuff. Josh, I see Remnant 2 popping up. Be patient.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. What else do I want to do? So yeah, I want to get the blog back going. I want to do some more stand-up. I've done a lot of improv this summer. In fact, the weekend after this comes out, I'll have 2 shows that I'm doing that hopefully my brothers all come out and watch, at least one of them. Whichever one.
How much are they?
I think one's free and the other one's like $5 or $10.
Well, let me know what the free one is.
All right. And then, I don't know. So with Dave the Diver's review, that was I just pulled the sticker off my chair. That was my 50th review with Game Chronicles. So I kind of need to take a smoke break and just play some stuff for myself. So that's why I got into Sifu. That's why I got into Pizza Tower. There've just been a lot of games I've played, but not on my own accord. So it'll be nice to play some stuff for me. And I enjoy writing for Game Chronicles. It really got me out of my comfort zone and got me playing stuff I would have never played otherwise. But daddy needs to go out for a pack of smokes, if you know what I mean. So gonna take a nice little reprieve from writing for them and do some writing for me and some gaming for me, because yeah, that's going to help my sanity. And if there's one game that I really want to play over the summer and get it done, I think Josh has sold me on getting into Forspoken. And then another one that I really want to get into that I actually bought on sale was Weird West. Weird West is, I think it's a CRPG with Western elements. There are all these different characters you play that are really weird. And then also Spyro, the Reignited trilogy, I bought that. And so I want to play some fucking Spyro.
Play it.
The Crash one was still $15, and I was like, it's too much for my blood.
Spyro is better anyway, at least in my opinion.
I don't know. They tug a war back and forth on me. And then just more gaming with you guys. So some Battle Bit will be fun. Some Remnant will be fun. Yeah, and that's what I want to do for my summer. Hopefully we can all get what we want. I know it's not always likely, but hopefully you guys can make that time for yourselves. And if you need a day off the podcast to do it, let me know. I could maybe make that work. Hey, everybody, that is our show. Thank you for hanging out with us. As always, we're a Trident Network podcast. Go check out our siblings. Fuck the algorithm, tell a friend. Thank you to Alex Marvin Clark for his intro and outro song, Hunt Him Down. Great stuff. Go check out his SoundCloud. We've got a link to that in the show notes. We'll be back next week with Q4. I am Nick. You can find me on Twitter at That Kaufman. You can also find me on Threads, I guess. I think I'm nkaufman10 there. I don't know. You'll see my dumb face, and I'm there. I'm also on Twitch and YouTube at Nick Fat Knight. Josh, where can the people find you?
Hey, you can find me just about anywhere except for Threads at I'm Josh Saying.
Josh only hangs out on social media where there aren't billionaire asshole owners.
Yeah.
Jake, where can the people find you?
You find me on Twitter and Kick, Instagram, Facebook Gaming, YouTube, TikTok, MySpace, Bebo, Bucket List,
Jesus.
and Jakey Boy Kaufman.
Thanks, Jake. I didn't realize there were that many social medias out there. I shouldn't be surprised, though. Everyone, this has been Smashing Game Time. I hope you all had a smashing great time. We'll see each and every one of you next time.